All right, what's up, everyone? My name is Rich. I'm your co-host, along with the homie Vic and along with the homie Panchito. Welcome to
Hey,
Compadres Talk. All right,
What's up? What's up,
let's go
guys?
Dodgers, baby. How was that
Let's
game?
let's
How was
go,
that
go
game,
dude.
bro?
Dodgers.
Game
Let's go,
one.
baby. Game
Game one of
one.
the
Hey, look
The
at
Dodgers,
that.
bro. Let's
blood.
go. Game
Hey,
one of the
damn, that looks
Dodgers. Let's go, bro.
nice.
I mean,
Let's
That
go.
belly top.
Tanya and I went to the game, as you guys know. We went yesterday, and I mean, obviously, the first inning we were down 3-0 with Machado hitting that home run, and I think as soon as that happened, the energy in the stadium just like went out, right?
No,
Everybody
I'm
was like,
sure.
"Fuck!"
I'm
Like we're
sure.
gonna be like, it's not a good feeling to go down that early. And at that point, like I noticed Yamamoto was struggling a little bit. I know you guys were watching it on television, and I started questioning whether or not it was a good idea to switch him with Flaherty for game one,
Yeah,
because then I
Flaherty.
started thinking, well, maybe this is an experience
Right.
thing. Maybe Yamamoto is like the pressure kind of got to him, for game one
Yeah,
in,
Well,
a, in an MLB postseason game. I don't know. Like, what do you guys
well,
think about that
I
one?
think.
Yamamoto's actually known to be a slow starter, so I wasn't
Mm,
surprised. Um, but if you see like in the second inning for sure, like he got into rhythm. He calmed down. His obviously his adrenaline was probably getting the better of him the
Yeah,
first inning.
mm-hmm.
Um, but you got to remember San Diego. They just played a couple days ago, so they were coming in hot.
There you go.
Arias got that
Mm-hmm.
first hit in the first inning, and I was like,
yeah,
shit. I was like, all right, here we go.
yeah, man.
And
You could being there in the stadium, you could
Yeah,
definitely tell there was a difference in the energy that the teams were giving off. You could tell, like you said, the Padres came in hot because they didn't have
hot.
a long break. The Dodgers
yeah,
were kind of like
How?
they were a little slow, and you definitely could see that in the
Yeah.
first few
yeah,
innings.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I was in the same boat like you. Like I was a little hesitant on Yamamoto starting, but I know in Japan he used to start like he used to rest every 6 games, right, or something like that.
Six
I
days,
I,
yeah,
I heard
six
Mm.
every
every
six
six
days.
days, right, or every 6 days, and then he would go back again. So I guess that makes sense, right? So that would be what if he played yesterday, he would play
It's
what
only gonna be
four
five. It's only
fifth
gonna be like
game, fifth game,
5 days, because game five would be
or 5 days,
Thursday
Thursday.
if they need to
So that would
play.
be
So he
yeah.
would have
And
like
that,
But
his normal
yeah.
6 day rest. Yeah.
So that was part of
yeah,
the strategy why they switched him to game one instead of game
I'm
two, so
assuming. I
that
don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
how
that is the reason why.
that was right. Yeah,
That is
that's
the
the
reason
real
why.
reason. Okay, okay.
yeah.
But he only
And
pitched
Um,
then,
3 innings. That's the only thing.
well,
So
yeah,
I mean, his
yesterday
pitch
was
count was
kind
going up
of
there, dude.
well, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, in 3 innings, he gave up 5 runs. He walked two
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
batters. He only had one strikeout.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't very
I mean,
effective for all those pitches he was throwing.
yeah,
yeah. Oh, he
he
did good.
definitely struggled. I mean, without a doubt, he definitely struggled. I mean, I think we can agree to that, right? Like it was just a rough start for him.
So a little.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, at the
which
beginning,
is
yeah,
okay. Which is
but
okay. I mean, luckily the bullpen came in and did its thing, man, as it's been doing all year long. Ryan Brazier came in,
no.
and then who came in after Ryan Brazier? Oh, the Kopech. Did Kopech come in after Ryan? Yeah,
Co-
Kopech.
Uh, I forget.
Yeah,
Who
No,
was
well,
it?
it was Kopech.
Vesia pitched.
Oh, Vesia.
Vesia
I'm sorry, it was
pitched.
Vesia
That's it.
after Brazier.
Vesia
Yeah,
did
it
did
was
pretty
Alex.
good.
Yeah, I
And
love
it
Vesia,
was,
dude.
and then after Vesia,
Yeah.
they threw in Evan Phillips. Evan
And then
Phillips
Kopech, and then
pitched, and then
Kopech, and
Kopech,
then Blake
and
Trinan
then
closed it out.
Trinan,
And
dude, he behind Otani. I think he was probably maybe the second or third best player of that game. Just what he
who?
did in the
Hudson?
Blake
Oh,
Trinan,
Blake Trinan.
I'm like
what
trying.
he did in the eighth inning, and then to close us out in the ninth
He
inning.
was
Oh,
stressed,
dude,
dude.
Yeah,
So
I was a
obviously
little.
you were there, right? But dude, he was
we were there.
stressing
Yeah,
out on the mound, dude.
was he?
He was
Oh
Yeah.
my
stressing
god.
He
out,
was
dude.
sweating, bro.
He
I
was
saw he was
stressing
like
out, dude. I
so.
could tell.
He like
Well,
And
I mean,
he was
everybody
sweating like
was.
crazy.
Everybody was. We were all
Yeah.
stressed out, dude.
it was
How was the
intense,
energy
dude.
there, dude? Like how was the energy at those last 2 innings? Because I was like, dude, at any moment, like what was it, the bottom of the ninth
Yeah,
when he was like
Top of the
pitching, I
yeah.
was
ninth.
like, fuck.
Top of the ninth.
Oh, at the top of the
Top of
ninth
the
when the
ninth. Yeah.
bases were the bases completely loaded, or there was two guys
They
on
had
the
two guys on base.
two
Two
guys,
guys on
right? And I was like,
base.
fuck. I was
And
like,
then
if
you had
that's all it takes,
Machado.
I was like, we're fucked.
Yeah, you had
And I think
Machado.
Yeah.
the bottom of the eighth is when he, or the top of the bottom of the eighth is when he had the bases loaded. He got out of that jam in the eighth inning.
Yeah. But he came
Right.
into the eighth. Kopech was struggling in the beginning of the eighth.
Right. Yeah.
I think
So
he
but
walked
he
the
got out
first
of
guy.
Kopech's jam. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, but his
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
curveball,
dude.
his
Oh my God.
dude, that I forgot the
Was
name
it
Yeah,
a
of
that
the
was
pitch
slider
that
nice.
or
he does.
was it
No, it's not a slider. It's called
knuckleball?
something else. Knuckleball. Nobody throws a knuckleball.
Knuckleball.
Hold on, let me get my ball.
Let's see.
It's
Different
called a
type
sweeper. A
Throw
sweeper.
that
There you go.
knuckleball.
It's a sweeper pitch.
Throw that
Dude,
knuckleball.
his sweeper is
pitching.
2024.
nasty, bro. There you go.
2024
You
postseason,
bought it
baby.
yesterday? Nice.
I got the 2023s to 2024.
Oh, you got
That's
that
sick.
one?
I
That's
should
sick,
I
dude.
should have got you guys one. They're $14. It's not a bad
Hey,
deal.
14
I should
bucks?
I would
Oh,
have
that's
been
I
there,
should
nice.
have
bro.
got
You
you
should have.
guys,
I would have
bro.
Zeldy right there, dude.
Should have got you guys one,
Damn,
bro.
you got that.
Yeah.
That's
Nice,
sick,
But
bro.
dude.
anyway, um, no, it's interesting. I mean, that game was
There's a
amazing, dude. Like,
knuckleball.
I mean, luckily we were able to get video of Otani's home run
I
in the
saw that.
second inning. I mean, dude, I
Oh,
was
nice.
there. I was just like, everybody had their phones out, and it's funny. Throughout the entire game, I don't know if this is normal now, but every time Otani goes up, everybody
They just
stands up,
record.
and
Really?
they
Yeah,
record, and they stand up, and you're sitting there, you're
that's
like,
Oh,
damn,
awesome.
and then
That's
it's
cause
awesome.
awesome,
cause
everybody, dude.
you're witnessing greatness, dude.
And
Like
then
it's
and
just
then right after Mookie Betts comes out, and I'm like, shouldn't we stand for Mookie as well? Why is everybody sitting down?
oh,
I'm like, what are we
Mookie's
doing?
clutch too, though, man. Like
Mookie's clutch
that's
You know
nice.
what's
too.
funny is Otani gives me like Barry Bonds vibes. Like when
Barry
Barry Bonds was
Bonds.
having
Barry Bonds
that MVP season, the Mark McGuire,
breakouts.
Sammy Sosa, like that era.
Yeah,
Like every at bat
that's what he gives.
is like magical, dude. Dude, but I
Wait,
was
you,
It's
you
screaming,
crazy.
said
bro.
you said you were screaming at the screen,
I
right?
was screaming. I was watching. Like I was telling you guys, me and Bonnie were playing. She wanted to play, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm like, all right, it's the beginning, a couple of innings, whatever. And Shohei was at bat, and dude, when he hit that bomb, and I think
Oh,
the Dylan Cease threw him a high fastball, and he just
Yeah.
destroyed it, dude, and
yeah.
it was
Did you see how
gone.
did you see how he threw the bat? He
I
was like,
love that.
boom, he
I
just
love that,
fucking
bro.
threw that
That
Yeah.
bat,
was
bro.
that
It's
was the
like
arrival of playoff Shohei, dude. It was.
I'm,
I
I'm
That's
mean,
surprised.
nice.
I'm
I
surprised
didn't
the
see that, but
yeah. I'm surprised
I
the
was.
pot.
Go ahead.
Oh
My
no,
bad.
my
What were
bad.
you
Go
saying?
go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
Rich.
I'm listening.
I was surprised the Padres didn't get upset about him throwing the bat. Was that just not a?
bro, it's
Was that
playoff
just
baseball, dude.
they don't
It's
give a
playoff
fuck or
baseball,
what?
dude.
I don't
All
care.
right, all right, all right, all
Yeah.
right. Go
Dude,
ahead, Rich.
it's
What's
Yeah.
up?
Shohei's first
Now,
playoff game ever, dude. I mean, he's been
yeah. So he
waiting for
was
this
pumped, right?
for six
I think
years, dude.
they asked him that question. They're like, "Are you nervous?" He's like, "Nope." Like,
Nope.
that's what that was his
Hell
response.
no, I was made for this
Like, come
shit,
on, dude.
dude.
He's been waiting for
Yeah.
this moment whole time his
I
professional
mean,
career.
I
So,
think Shohei has proved this past spring in the World Baseball
Hmm.
Classic that
yeah,
he doesn't shy
handle
away
the
from these
playoffs.
type of moments, dude. He also
Yeah.
had that big hit yesterday to go up 2 runs. So, and then the other guy
Yeah.
too that, was showing a lot of heart yesterday was Freddie Freeman. Um,
Yep.
Freddie Freeman,
Yep.
dude. I'm
came
actually
in.
surprised he played, dude. Like I was like, but that's good,
Yeah.
man. Like I mean, it's good for
I
baseball, dude. I
I
was like,
was surprised to see him steal that base. Did you
I
see him
was
steal
yeah,
that
surprised
base?
too.
It's like what
yeah.
the
Dude,
dude?
He
And I don't
went for
even.
it, dude. Huh?
they actually reviewed it. They reviewed it to see if he got off the bag and stuff. And for a second, I was like, because obviously
My dad was
we're seeing everything. Yeah, so we're like, damn.
Yeah.
For a
my
second,
dad
I
was
thought
watching
he was
it
gonna
from
get out.
home. My dad was watching it from home, and when we came back, he was like, "Oh, you know what? He was out." He told me he thought he was out when he saw
You
it.
thought he
He said,
was
"I
out?
I
I
looked
thought
at
he
it
was
real
out.
close." He thought he was
Yeah,
out
you got
too.
real lucky. Yeah, I thought he was out too. But the thing is,
What
so
ending was that?
he was
That
What
might
safe.
have
ending
been
was
the
that?
third. That might have, but
Third?
that might have been the third or fourth inning. But you know what? That
Huh.
didn't even turn into a run, right? They ended up not. They ended up not capitalizing on that to turn
No,
it into
no,
a
I think the
run.
next it was already 2 outs. I
Oh,
think at that point.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So I don't know if that risk was worth it. I mean, hey, you know what? They got to go balls to the wall right now.
Yeah.
They got to like do everything they can. So we had some technical
Let's go
difficulties.
Dodgers.
Oh shit.
We did talk about the Dodgers, and I think we got some of that.
Technical issues, huh?
I think we got most of that footage of us talking about yesterday's game one.
We're good.
At least 12 minutes of it.
Okay, good.
Where we got cut
Uh,
off is when we were talking
but
about all the
Vic
extra
looks a little
stuff.
blurry, dude.
No, that's fine. I think
You
it
good?
looks
All right,
pixelated for
all right.
now, but when it uploads,
Oh man,
he'll be Gucci at that point.
too many
Um,
technical issues today, huh?
I know,
I
man.
think
It's
this is
like
a sign we have to do an in-person one next time.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
but
think
you
the
know what
next one.
this is I like doing virtual. It's easy and we're
Nice,
able
it's
to save
easy.
money on gas and
Yeah,
it's probably less stressful, right? I don't know. What do you think?
yeah, no, definitely. But I think maybe
When
once
we're
a
on
month we
time,
could do.
man.
It's because you know
Yeah,
what it is. Victor's
when
energy's off
Richard's not
today,
running.
and when Richard's not, let's blame it on Richard.
Oh man, dude, I had to get that run, dude. Got a big one next week, so I can't.
Yeah. Let's talk.
Next
Yeah,
week,
Okay,
what are
so
you doing next week? What are you doing next
I
week?
think yeah. What do you do next week, Rich?
doing a half marathon in Big Bear.
Oh,
Nice,
nice.
dude.
Originally, it was supposed to be a Snow Summit or
Hmm.
Bear Mountain, one of those, the ski resort. But since the fires, I don't know if you guys know, there's a big fire out there, and
Yeah,
it's
the
calmed
line fire, right?
down. Yeah, I don't know what's the name of it? Line fire? You said?
Is it the line fire or something like that? No.
Probably, maybe, I don't know. Um,
Was
I
there any? Was there any? Do you know if there was any damage to like a Big Bear ski resort because of the fire?
I
No.
don't know. I just got the email from the organization, and they told us that they were possibly going to cancel, and they gave us the thumbs up
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Friday, and we're going to be running a different course by the lake,
Mm.
basically by the Big Bear Lake, just right above it, and so it might be a little easier. I don't know. I mean, I know the
Yeah.
ski resort was going to be like 8,000 uh, feet of elevation, so that was going to be brutal. So I know that's going to kill me, but
Dude, I mean,
up for
I
the
can speak for
challenge.
myself. I won't speak for Vic, but dude, I'm impressed, bro. Like every week, like you got like another either like 5K, 10K. I
Uh,
mean, you've been
Yeah,
consistent, bro.
dude.
Like, I mean,
man, trying to get back
dude,
into the game.
what keeps you motivated? How do you like, not fall off that sort of consistency?
um, what keeps me motivated is I told myself a long time ago when I turned 40, I'm gonna run the Badwater Ultra Marathon. So I know that
Ooh.
if I take some weeks off or if I don't do a couple races
Yeah,
every other month, I will the Mother Nature will take over and just slaughter me halfway through that
yeah.
ultra marathon. And
Where's that ultra marathon? What city is it in?
it's in Death Valley. It starts in Death
What the
Valley, and
fuck? Death
yeah,
Valley?
check this
Dude,
out. It, it's it's in the middle of July, dude. So just imagine, man. You guys know David
dude.
Goggins, right? David
Yeah,
Yeah,
Goggins.
yeah, yeah,
David
yeah.
Goggins, yeah.
I think he attempted to do it 2 or 3 times. The first
Hmm.
time, I don't think he finished it.
Wait. You're telling me David Goggins didn't finish this shit and you're gonna do it, bro?
Yeah, bro.
What
Why
the
You
not?
hell?
gotta
Why
be
I'm
cut
not?
different, bro. You gotta be cut
wait.
different.
I'm just
Rick.
asking if David Goggins didn't finish it. Has anybody finished it? Has
Yeah, they
anybody?
have,
What
but
the fuck?
it's a mind game, dude. At the end of
What
the
the
day,
fuck?
your body could be in the best shape of your life, but dude,
Hmm.
think about it. Weather, you're going from the lowest point on Earth to the highest point in California, Mount Whitney. So you go all the way to Mount Whitney. I think it's like
That's
140
that's not a joke,
miles.
bro.
Yeah,
And
so it's
that's in what,
140
like two,
miles.
3 days or what?
No, he said
probably
when he
two
turns
days, two 2 days. Yeah, but when I
Yeah.
turn 40, that's my
when he turned
plan to
40.
do it. Currently, I'll be
So
39. Not yet
so
40, but
then
that's my plan.
how do you rest? Like, is there a campsite that you have to set up for yourself, or how do you rest in between?
You have to personally have a team. I would say it could be anywhere from a handful of people to 12 people. There's
Hmm.
gonna be people that are like pacers, right? They run with you, and then you
Hmm.
have a van or car following you a couple miles
Frankie,
on
we
the
should be
road.
one of his
Yeah.
pacers, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm
Go.
down.
No,
I'm
I'm
All the
serious.
telling you, no,
time.
I
I'm
need some
serious.
help, guys.
Well, Vic,
Vic,
why are
you
you?
might even if it's like a couple miles, bro.
Yeah, Vic,
It would be a
why
big
are
help, man.
you? Don't
I'll
don't
give
Fucking
exclude
you
yourself. We
shit.
could be part of his team. Let's be part of his team.
I'll give you a quarter mile, bro. That's the most I'll give
hey,
you.
anything.
Well,
I'll take
why don't?
anything, dude.
No, I'm
I
saying we'll
need.
be part of his team. We'll be like on a bike or in a van. Like we don't have
Yeah,
to
it
be
doesn't have
doing
to
it
be a
alongside of
freaking
him,
running.
bro.
You could be on a bike,
No, we
Yeah.
gotta
skateboard,
run.
rollerblades.
No, we
If you want
don't.
to run it, then go
No, we
ahead,
Dude,
dude.
don't.
how about you
I ain't doing
rollerblade,
that
bro?
shit.
I would love to see you rollerblade.
Who? Who's that? Not
You,
me.
bro.
Have you ever seen me at Venice Beach?
With the
Have you
neon
ever
green
seen?
outfit, bro.
You ever
With
see me
Yeah.
at
and
Venice
the
Beach with my
glasses.
rollerblades, with my mullet wig
Oh
on?
man,
With your headset
with the
on,
mullet. There you go, dude.
with your Walkman on, bro.
I'm gonna be like,
Let's go. There we
Hey,
go. There we
there you
go.
go.
hey,
That's where you're gonna be on rollerblades, dude. You'll be one of my pacers. But yeah,
dude,
that's what keeps me motivated, man. And it just honestly, it keeps me like grounded, dude. Like after a run, I'm beat, like, but it feels mentally
dude.
like I feel good, dude. Like right
I
now
mean,
after the
just
run, I feel good.
yeah, yeah. I noticed,
Um,
man. I don't. Yeah, it's kind of off topic, but kind of on the same topic is when I don't work out. I noticed that my mind like fucks with me a little bit, and
yeah.
like, for example, and like I don't know if my dreams become more vivid. Like last night, I had some
Maybe.
vivid, I had a vivid dream last night, and it was actually fun. I enjoy my dreams. Like I wake up and I'm like, damn, that was trippy. And I won't get into details of the dream last night, but
Yeah.
then
No, I want to
what
know
I'm what
now.
I
I want to
Yeah, I
know. Give
want
me
to know
something.
if
You
if
can't.
it
You
was a
can't
so
trip.
the dream last night I was at a deserted like resort, and it was like it almost seemed very tribal and Hawaiian in a sense, and it
Mm.
was deserted, and I was there with like two other dudes. It might have been you guys, and we were like roaming around, and nobody was there, but you could tell that it was like a legitimate resort. And then all of a sudden, they arrived and they noticed that people were essentially fucking with their shit and they had been touching things. And then,
Mm.
so they basically put out a call to take us out. And we were on the run. We were on
God
the
damn.
run, and like we were trying to figure out, okay, like what's the best way to get out of here before they catch us. And it was a trip. I mean, I woke up and a little freaked out, but at the same time, my heart was pumping, because you feel excited, you feel like you were there, like it was reality, kind of a thing. And I've been having dreams like that for the past couple weeks now, um, but it's kind of fun. I kind of enjoy it, and I don't want it to stop necessarily because it's again, it feels like a movie. It feels like you're in it.
It feels real.
It feels real, dude. It feels
I,
real.
I like those dreams where you're having such a good dream where you're like, I don't know, for example, you're just like a millionaire or whatever, you're
There you
balling
go. There you
and you're
go.
like, yes, I am finally a millionaire. I don't want,
I did
and then
it.
you're like, you kind of know that it's a dream, but you don't want to wake up. And then you wake up, you're just like,
You're like, fuck. And then your
oh
wife's
man,
your
you're
wife's
like,
like,
damn
what's
it.
for go make breakfast. The kids are hungry. You're
You're
like,
like,
damn it.
you're like, oh,
What do
back to
they want?
reality.
Make pancakes and bacon.
Oh
All
man.
right, baby, I
Oh,
love you. Let's do it.
half asleep, huh?
Half
Yeah, man.
asleep.
Hey, but going back to David Goggins, I don't want to say that
All
he
right,
did
all right, all
finish
right.
that race though, because I
Oh,
don't.
he
I
did?
was
If
gonna
it
You
goes,
said no,
say.
you
if
said
it
he
goes
didn't.
viral,
Bro, you said
he
he
did.
didn't.
No, the first time he didn't finish, and that's because he was stopped by medical reasons. But you guys didn't let me finish.
Oh,
Why?
was it like
Yeah.
a heart condition, like palpitations or something, or
Uh,
do you
I just
remember?
know that his I think he had like a lot of bone fractures, like foot fractures. I don't know exactly the story, but you said it a few times,
Oh,
and but I know it was for medical reasons. But
yeah,
just wanted to
yeah.
get that on there because I don't want to get it to him,
Yeah.
and
I know he's gonna
if
say
it ever does,
he's gonna
I'll be
say
like,
this
fuck that dude,
video is
Rich.
for
I
bitch
did
ass
finish.
Richard Bonies. Keep my name out your
Yeah,
motherfucking
yeah,
mouth.
exactly. That's exactly what he would say. I don't know you, motherfucker.
I don't
You're
know
just a
you,
little
but
nut.
you don't know
You're just,
me. You're just a little
yeah.
sweat gland on my ball
Highly
sack or
doubt it
something.
will ever get to him, but I just wanted to clarify that real quick. If it did get to him,
That
damn,
was
that would be
good. That was
nice,
good.
Anyways,
Anyway,
did they record your date? Did he tell? Did he
so let me
record that?
talk about that because I think that's what got
Yeah,
cut
tell us
out.
your experience.
Okay, we talked about last week, the importance of going out, with your spouse, I mean, we all have wives and how that can fall off the schedule, being intentional with, planning and going on dates. And my
Right.
wife and I, we did our date night yesterday. We typically go to like sporting events, either, Dodger game or, we also love LAFC for soccer. We'll go to those games as well. And then yesterday we went to go see game one, Dodgers versus Padres, and it didn't disappoint, man. I mean, from, going down 3-0 or going down 3 runs in the first inning and then having Otani, have hit that home run in the second inning. I mean, dude, we were going crazy. Like the whole stadium was losing their minds. And that was just to tie the game. And then, I think it was the next inning or 2 innings later, we went down 5-3. We tied the game. We went up 6-5, eventually 7-5, and then those last 2 innings for Blake Trinan just to close us out was very nerve wracking. It was a good time, man. Honestly, like it probably was, one of the best games that we've ever been to, just because of the
I
environment,
imagine,
playoff
yeah.
playoff atmosphere, and the way it ended. Of course, winning the game, then you can't ask for much more, man. It was a
That's a
great time.
perfect night, dude.
Dude,
Perfect
we,
date
we
night
had
for you guys.
perfect date night. I recommend, if couples out there that are into sports, if you guys are both into sports, doing stuff like that is, you won't be disappointed, man. It's a lot of fun. And then afterwards, I know, Rich, you were talking about, you noticed those tacos. We posted a picture of
Yeah,
those tacos.
those were good.
And those tacos were near Little Tokyo. What's the name of that
Yeah,
spot again? Because you've been there
Avenue
probably more times than
Avenue
26,
I've been.
26.
26 talk.
Avenue 26. And the tacos are really good, man. Like I told you guys earlier, it's like I was impressed, or Tanya was impressed with the speed of how they were making the tacos, and I was impressed at the cost. Well, both really, the speed and the
Yeah,
cost, because 9 tacos for 20 23 bucks. That's the
I
price
know.
of one beer at Dodger Stadium, So it was like
It's
that was a
That's why they're famous, man. That's why
Yeah.
they're very busy all the time, dude. It doesn't really go up the price, and
yeah. They
they're
could
pretty
probably
quick.
charge a little more. They could probably charge a
Yeah,
little
they
more.
could,
They're
and they could
probably
get away with
under.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Because
it's
I forgot what it was. Oh, no, that was something else. That was something else. I won't mention that.
oh
Uh, yeah, but trust me, I can't mention
yeah,
that.
yeah. Don't
Okay,
mention that.
okay.
I won't. I won't.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm not. I
Don't
don't try to get me to do it. You
don't
you
do
guys
it,
want to
fool.
switch into the mindfulness
All right, yeah,
topics?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Speaking, I guess this question or this topic came up because I was with my godson. He picks my brain, just on life once in a while. And yesterday I took him out to eat at Mo's
Mm,
Craft Barbecue in Lincoln Heights.
mm,
And he's my oldest godson. He just graduated from CSUN in May,
Yeah.
and which is pretty. You should be proud. When you first graduate, get your bachelor's. I know I was proud. We're all. It's a big moment. So, um, but he kind of he kind of asked me something like, um, if you know if you go back in time, like in your 20s,
mm-hmm.
what would you do different? And the question, the way I asked this was, what do you know now and wishing you in your 20s, right? um, I mean, I know for me a big one was, and I would hear it a lot, right? When I was a PT tech, I was at a PT clinic. Most of the patients were very, very successful people, right? And they would always tell me, invest, Rich, invest,
There
start
you go.
investing, start buying
Yep.
shares. You're young, be
Mm-hmm.
aggressive. And I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, all right, cool, cool. I did start a Vanguard account, but I never started investing. I was like, man, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But instead, I ended up traveling and using my money with that, which I don't regret. Traveling is a must when
Which
you're
is another
young.
form of investment, but
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
different one, but you just got to do it smart, right?
Well, you know what?
He,
I
huh?
wanna like pull the thread on that one a little bit is,
Yeah,
and because when we're young, we're kind of told a couple of things, but one of the primary things we're told is that, just be in the moment, have fun, don't worry about tomorrow.
yeah,
Enjoy your youth, right? And what you did in
Right.
terms of traveling, like the sort of life memories that you created,
yeah,
is more valuable than sort of
yeah,
a nest egg of dollars or a portfolio that basically numbers
yeah,
on a screen that you're
yeah.
gonna say, oh yeah, look at how much I have, and when I'm 65, I'm gonna be able to
I
tap. I
agree.
mean, dude, that's it. We don't even know if
I
we're gonna
agree.
get to 65.
Yeah.
We don't
No,
even
I
know.
agree 100%. I don't take back my traveling. I don't regret it.
Hmm.
It's just I wasn't, I guess there wasn't a balance, right? I was just blowing money. I think at one
Hmm.
point there's like every week I was traveling somewhere where there was camping, going somewhere in south like Central Coast or doing something, right? It's just some
Yeah,
type of trip, and there has to be a balance, right? But
it's got to
I
be a
think
balance.
Right. Right.
where some of your checks should go towards savings, and buy some
Yeah.
shares. But I think for at least I could speak for my parents, something they didn't teach me was they taught me how to save, right? Like just save. Um, but something they didn't teach me was you got to save, right, in a CD account or somewhere where your money grows, right? But while you're saving, you got to invest, right, in some shares or do
Hmm.
some type of investment, right? And that's a part where I guess
Yeah, that's a
financial
good
literacy comes
that's
in.
a good point, dude. Yeah, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. It's like
So
the balance aspect of that is super important. And like you said, you
um,
definitely do not regret doing
no,
the
definitely not.
traveling. I don't think anybody
I
would
loved
regret
it.
that.
Yeah, I loved
Yeah.
it.
For
Yeah.
okay, so for
I don't
me,
know.
and like
How about for you?
what do I know now and wish I knew in my 20s? Damn. You know what? I'll think of this is like okay, this is something that I learned maybe a year ago when I saw this quote. It really kind of blew me away. It blew me away because
Or resonated with you?
it resonated with me. Here it is. So it's like I'm gonna try not to fuck this one up, and I can edit this so that it comes out smoother.
There you go.
Trust me, I can edit this.
Hey,
It'll
there
it's
you go.
basically the quote goes, everybody everybody has two lives. We all have two lives, and the second one, your second life, begins when you realize that you only actually have one life. And that one for me is it really kind of hits home because we go through our daily, sort of routines, and especially when we're young in our 20s, we feel like, man, we got we got another 40, 50 years, no problem. And
Yeah.
man, I could take my time. I don't have to worry about
Yeah,
this or that, about planning, investing. Like I'm just going to be in the moment. I'm going to have fun. Um, and it's better to, I think now in my mid 30s, realizing that life can come at you very quickly, and we shouldn't take anything for granted. Being in the moment is important, and we should appreciate every moment. Like time is precious. Time is more valuable than money. It's more valuable than anything, right? Like,
Right.
and
I
just
agree.
kind of realizing, the value and the beauty in that now makes everything so much more special for me. So again, that's my top one is, we have two lives. Maybe in our minds we have two lives. We have our youth, and then we have that maybe our adulthood and
Yeah.
senior kind of years. But really, if you
Mm.
can just in your mind realize that all of it is important, I think you're really gonna just kind of see, get all the benefits of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. What
What
about
about
you,
you,
Vic?
Vic?
Yeah.
He's like,
No, I
no
mean, kind
regrets.
of no, no, I had no regrets at all. Piggybacking
Mm-hmm.
on, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat as you guys. With Rich, I mean, Rich and I have traveled together.
Yeah.
We took a trip to Europe,
Lo-
like
Yeah.
right out of college.
Yeah.
We saved up for it. We talked about it. Rich and I have backpacked. through the
Did the
Grand
national
Canyon.
parks. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, I've been fortunate enough that growing up, uh, I got to travel with my parents. We did a lot of road trips. So I got exposed to all that at an early age. So it
Uh,
became like a real passion for me, like in my early 20s. And, it's like that saying where they say, you're only as young as you are today, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So I love that because it it resonates to wherever you are in your life at that moment.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, we each have like different stages of our life. In our early 20s, we were in college, didn't have as many responsibilities. Now we're in our mid 30s. We all have families now. So our priorities are different. For me, I feel like now I'm at the age where like I just want to make as many memories as I can with my family,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
um, and make that more of a priority. But also at the same time, like my 20s were like crazy. Like I was in college, I was working two jobs for all through college, um, and then you move on, and then obviously my wife and I made it a priority to buy a home early on and start that
Mm-hmm.
and do that part of the
Mm-hmm.
investment in our life.
Okay.
Um, but also like Rich said, like investing in other ways, whether it be stocks
Yeah.
or properties or
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
even in yourself,
Yeah.
if there's one thing that I regret in my 20s if I would tell myself now is I would probably invest in myself a little bit more in the sense of like um, taking like a little bit better care of myself. I feel like
Hmm.
that's the one thing that I do. That's the only regret that I have because I feel like I
Like
have the ability to
exercising.
do it. I just didn't do it. Um,
Mm.
not that I'm like in that bad of a health like I don't have like a health scare or anything like that right now, but
Yeah.
it's one of those things where over time, obviously, like if I would have
Mm-hmm.
started 10 years ago versus now, obviously you would
It'd be
reap the
easier.
benefits of all that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing. All the traveling I did, all the traveling that I'm gonna continue to do,
Mm-hmm.
to me, that's never wasted money or time. It's
No.
more of like, people wish they could do it and don't never do it because they're
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
too afraid or whatever. And for me, it's like, look, man, when it's my time, it's my time. It doesn't matter. It could
Uh,
be today, it could be tomorrow. So why worry about those type of
Well,
things? It's
now when you
not,
say, yeah, when you say when it could be your time, you mean obviously like talking about death, right?
like death.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm saying like,
Yeah.
You,
dude, the world
yeah.
we live in, to me, 10 years ago, the way I view the world is way different than what I did 10 years ago.
It can we just touch on that for a second?
Crazy.
The whole obviously death, right?
Death.
Because it reminds me as we were driving to the Dodger game, we were on the freeway, and how we our daily is revolves around the ultimate game. You know what that ultimate game is? The ultimate
Death.
game is don't
Not
die, stay
don't
alive.
die.
Stay
Stay
alive. And
alive.
when you're driving,
You don't think
it's
about it.
going well. It's actually
No, you
going through your
do.
mind a lot because
Yeah, I'm
Well,
just
there's
I
cars
don't
in
saying.
know.
front of
My
you.
commute is
There's
not long
cars.
anymore, so it's
There's
different.
cars behind you. You're thinking to yourself, okay, I don't want to get in a car accident, so let me make my right turn, my left turn, let me brake
Yeah.
when I need to brake. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
actually in that mode of survival. I mean, we're always in that mode of survival.
Yeah.
always.
And it's so exhausting. I'm telling you, dude, I was
Yeah.
in the car and it was actually triggering my anxiety a little bit because I'm like,
Really?
fuck, man, I don't want to think about this shit. Like, I want to just be
Yeah.
able to like not play that game of like staying alive. Like, I want to just be good. You know, I don't
Yeah.
want to
No, but
have any
see the
concerns.
way I view
I
that,
agree.
I feel like
Yeah,
it's you maturing as a human being.
Yeah.
Because
Like
going
you're
back to what
really.
I
actually
was
being more
saying, yeah,
cautious.
so going back
Yeah.
to what I was saying, so 20 years ago, when I was in
Mm-hmm.
college, I was
You didn't give
commuting
a
to school
fuck.
every single day.
And you
And
didn't
you
give a
You
were
think I
like
was
fuck.
thinking
jamming,
about
dude.
crashing? You think I was thinking
Yeah.
about running into somebody or
Yeah.
Cutting
no?
people
You're not thinking
off.
about any of those things.
You had
Yeah.
DMX
So
playing in your
That's
car radio.
that's a good point,
yeah,
dude.
So
Yeah.
for me,
That's
it's
how I
like
was too. Yeah.
yeah,
And that's
so
that's a good point. Cause
that's just you maturing
yeah.
as your priorities, your perspective on life
Yeah.
is 100% different.
So,
And
Yeah.
especially when you have little ones, then
I
you're not
agree.
only thinking about keeping yourself
Yep.
healthy, keeping yourself
yeah,
alive, but you
100%.
need
Yeah.
to You need to get
Yeah.
them through adulthood, through early
Oh yeah.
childhood, into their
Yeah.
teens. You want to, I
I
mean, my
agree,
number
dude.
one goal, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this before, but my number one goal is to be there for my daughters when they to walk them down the aisle. Like
Yeah,
being there
that's the goal.
is the ultimate goal. Like at that point, I feel like, you know what?
Yeah.
I've already, I've done. I mean, this is one of my life
Not even
missions.
grandchildren, no. Just as long as you walk them down the aisle, that's it. It's
Hey,
done.
hey, no,
No,
hey,
I
to be
want to
there,
say
there you
it's
go. That's
beyond
step
that,
two.
but
Beyond
It's
that is
beyond that,
extra
but that's
credit.
yeah.
the
Is
that's
extra
probably the
credit.
most that's the main goal right there.
No, but
Walking them down the
Yeah,
listen.
aisle.
So
yeah.
a lot of daughters, a lot of women can't say
hmm
that
Yeah,
because you never know,
What?
dude. You
yeah,
never
You
know.
know
You
what?
can't say
I'll
my dad
say.
was able to walk me down
yeah,
the aisle.
An
yeah.
You know what I
interesting
mean?
story about that gives me chills right now. Is that Tanya's nephew
Hmm.
got married this year, I think it was, and the dad was there to walk the daughter down the aisle. A few months later, he had a heart attack and he passed away.
Oh
Oh
man.
man, I'm sorry, dude.
Uh,
Hey,
so
damn.
that just goes to
That's
show
rough.
you, right? Like, dude,
Yeah, you gotta
that's crazy,
appreciate
bro.
gotta appreciate your parents, bro. You're coming, at least right now, I feel like I'm coming to that age where it's like it's not it's not common, but it's not uncommon for your parents to pass now. Like I feel like I've been hearing
Yeah.
more stories where like, hey, dude, my dad passed, my mom passed. I'm like, damn. Like they're in their 60s and
Doesn't it drive
maybe
you?
early 70s, and I'm like,
Doesn't
man,
it drive
dude, I'm
you?
like,
Doesn't it drive you crazy though? Just thinking about
crazy,
it.
dude.
Like, I don't want to
Yeah,
get that
dude.
phone. I don't want to get that phone call,
Yeah.
man. I don't
No,
want.
it's crazy, dude. I,
I feel like we're
I'm
on
just like,
this. I feel like we're on this fast moving train that just is never gonna stop.
yeah.
Is
No,
never gonna
I agree,
stop.
man.
That's why you
Yeah,
gotta
but
enjoy it while
death,
you're on it.
yeah, dude.
You gotta enjoy it as much as you
Enjoy
can.
safely. Yeah, but yeah, that's how I feel like that's how my 20s were too, dude. Like I was just reckless. I didn't care. I feel like now in terms of
hmm
like driving in the rain, I
hmm
feel I'm like scared almost, dude. I'm more cautious. I can't even like drive. I think I was talking to Vic at one point where I felt like my car was hydroplaning,
Dude,
dude. And I
dude,
was like
like
I was
when I
driving
was
like
wondering,
15 miles.
I
15
kid you not,
miles
when
per
I
hour.
talked
You
to him on
know.
the phone, when I talked to him on the
Bro,
phone
I
and he's
was
driving,
scared, bro.
there's at least one time throughout that phone call where he's
This
like,
is.
oh shit, hey, hold on, bro, hold on.
Hold
Like,
on. I'm
trying
about
to
to
Bro,
die. I'm
I
about to die. Hold
I
on.
I
trying to
was
Hold
literally
on.
gonna
figure
hang
it
up
out
on him, dude.
while he's driving.
This is
And
My
today.
commute wasn't
I'm
even
like, you
that long.
good?
It
I'm
wasn't
like, you
even that
good?
long,
And
dude.
he's like, yeah, bro, it's just a stupid car or whatever. He's
When?
like, hold on.
When?
And he's like,
Today?
trying to
Oh,
gather
Just a
his
dude.
couple days
thoughts.
ago?
I
Dude,
was
it
going
happens
from
almost every
Pedro to
time I talk to
Compton,
him,
dude.
dude. It's
Yeah, I was
hilarious.
going to
Dude.
It's like,
work, man. It was just, I don't know, man. I
Fuck,
can't drive in
bro.
the rain anymore. But back then, dude, I had a Forerunner. I was just, didn't even care, dude. I was going
You know
60
what?
miles per hour.
That
Didn't even care,
reminds
dude.
me of, you know what, when we were younger in our 20s and when our moms would be tripping out about little things like that, now
Yeah.
we know.
yeah,
Get
Now we
home
that's
know.
us
safe.
now.
Be careful. Now I'm like, oh, crap. Now I know what you guys are talking about.
That's us
Now
now,
it's
bro.
Yeah,
us,
dude.
dude.
Yeah, I would be
And
scared if
obviously,
Scary,
my
bro.
daughter
when
was
you're that
driving
age,
too.
You're like,
you
whatever,
don't
Forget
think,
about
dude,
it,
mom.
why
dude.
is my mom so
Why is
like
she tripping?
Yeah.
strict, or
He's
why is
stressed
she
all
so
the
worried all
time,
the
dude,
time?
with me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Do the
like,
Like my
mom
yeah,
mom,
voice.
that's me,
Do the
bro.
mom voice. Do the
yeah.
mom voice.
Text me when you're home. I'm like, bro, like, it's okay. I'm gonna get
Oh
home. And
yeah,
like, you know,
oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, you're
Dude,
good. Now I'm like,
my
oh,
mom
damn.
makes
Now I
me,
know.
dude. So trip out. And I don't think my mom will get mad if I mention this.
All right. Say.
Up to until I moved out, okay? Mind you, I
Yeah.
was like already 27,
26.
28 when I was moving out.
Yeah.
And I would
Uh,
go out at night, or I would go over Nat's house and I would come
Yeah.
home. She could not fall asleep until I literally went to her bedroom, opened the door and said, I'm
and
home.
got there.
And she'd be
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, good night. And she'll go to
Yeah.
bed. It'd
Yeah.
be 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. She'll fucking wait, dude.
Yeah.
She would wait
Yeah,
all the
dude.
time. And I would feel, now looking back at it, like I feel bad,
You feel bad,
obviously.
right?
But at
Yeah,
the
that's
same time,
how
like
my
I
mom was.
understand it. I understand it
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
I'm most
As a
likely going
parent.
to be the same way,
Oh,
like
yeah.
once my kids get older. So
Yeah, they
I
say
I,
you
I
pick
get
up a
that
lot
part.
of your traits as your parents do, and I think for sure I'm gonna be the same way like Vic's mom.
Well, yeah, because
Your
that was
mom
your
and my mom are kind of
example.
the same.
That's
Yeah,
what that's how your parents showed you how to parent, I guess. So you
Yeah.
took some of those things. Maybe not everything, but
Yeah.
you took some of those things.
Yeah. But you take
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
at least the
totally the
good
same way.
traits, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
That's
course.
man.
yeah. That's deep,
Yeah.
man. That gives
But
me
Yeah, dude.
I wanted to mention a story real quick. I wanted to mention
oh,
a story. Talking about
tell us
early
the story.
20s. So
Oh
looking
yeah.
back
Go
at
ahead.
it, with all the crazy shit going on in the world now and things like that, I'll never forget. Rich and I went on a hike one time. This was like in the
Hey,
afternoon. Hey, it's 12 o'clock now, right?
Man,
it's
Yeah,
you
12
you're
give
good.
me
o'clock
Okay.
somewhere, dude.
Yeah.
oh,
Somewhere.
bro.
And
The crazy hike, huh?
like all through college, Rich and I went on hikes like once a week for sure.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
And I remember
Hot,
we
dude.
did this,
Hot
bro.
weather, dude.
Bro, it didn't even matter. And
It's
this
like
fool used to hike and slip on Vans. Okay.
mm,
all the time, dude. Vans were like my thing when I hiked. I
And
don't
I'll be
know
like,
why, but
bro, what is he doing? And nope, didn't care, have a care in the world, bro. Ask him if he do that now. Not a chance, dude.
hell no, dude.
No.
Would have to be trail shoes, man.
But mind
Yeah,
you,
dude.
we got lost one time. And it was
Oh
like we
yeah.
started to hike maybe like 2 in the afternoon. And it
You're
was
talking
yeah.
getting
about
dark,
Echo
bro.
Mountain, huh? The
Echo
Echo
Mountain,
Mountain? Oh,
yeah.
dude. And it was hot, bro. It was
And it
in
was
middle of August, dude.
yeah. But
No,
it was
no
like,
snack. Yeah,
bro, we
dude.
were there. It was like where
Terrible.
we got legit lost, dude. We got
Yeah,
lost.
yeah, yeah.
And I
Oh
remember
no,
thinking
I
like,
think it was a different hike, dude. I think that was the one,
no,
the with the
Echo
waterfall,
Mountain, no,
huh?
yeah.
The waterfall one. Are you
Was it
talking
in
about?
Angeles Crest? I can't
Yeah, it was
remember.
a waterfall one that we
Yeah,
got
okay.
lost. It was a waterfall one, and it was getting dark, dude.
It was
Yeah, it
getting
was like
dark,
a.
and we're like, "Fuck,
Oh
dude! Like,
man,
how are we
that
gonna get out
was.
of here?"
Yeah, that
This
was
was
a little
before
intense.
like we had GPS and all that. We had no service
Yeah,
at
we
the
didn't.
time, and it's
Yeah, that
crazy, dude.
was.
But just think about like, bro, I wouldn't. Now I would use all
Mm.
trails.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like,
Oh yeah.
I would make sure we know
Yeah.
where we're going. But it
Exactly,
just
man.
goes
Wrap
like
it
it
out.
just goes to tell you like it
Just
just
didn't care.
it's just different, bro. It's just
I think
dude,
back then we
one
would just
time,
look up. Yeah. Oh,
bro. Remember one time we remember we went to the Sparks game at like
oh
12.
yeah.
Wait, can we stop
Bro,
there for a second?
we
Wait, can we
got
just
Oh
stop
yeah.
there for you guys went to a
Yeah.
Sparks game? Like,
we
The
went to a
Sparks
Sparks
game,
game.
dude. It was
So
hey. It
a friend of
sweet,
mine
by the
used to
way. It
work.
was a sweet.
It was a sweet. A friend of mine used to work at Herbalife. Okay,
It was
I'm
all you
he
can
embarrassed.
eat,
just
all you
took
can
it,
drink, dude.
bro. It
I'm
was just
embarrassed.
us and the kids from like Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
dude. Dude, but there were some guys we got there
there
like
were some
half through the
guys
game,
there.
and these guys were turned up, bro. Turned, dude.
Yeah, they were
They were just
gone,
drinking. They had to
dude.
stop them, dude. To like, they were like, no more alcohol for these
Yeah,
guys.
I remember that. I
But
For
remember
you,
that.
wait,
I
for you
remember we
and
got
Vic?
like cheesecake.
For you and
No,
Vic?
not for the other
No,
Oh,
people,
not
dude.
us.
Because
Because we
we
were
got
in
there
that
late.
suite, they
Yeah,
stopped serving the alcohol because it was like all
yeah,
so
you
you
can
dude.
guys
drink
were
or whatever.
That was the
you guys
reason
were
we
getting
went to.
you
Yeah.
guys were
Yeah,
in a
so we
suite
went and then
at a WNBA game
it
getting
was
fucked up,
it
right?
was a Friday. It was a
It was a
Friday,
Friday, dude.
And a
But
and
it
we
was
were
Friday.
like
there.
it was
Dude, you
during
guys are
work hours,
animals.
dude.
What's wrong with you
Yeah,
guys?
Hey,
You guys are
it
animals,
was the
dude.
college days,
bro,
dude.
we're in
We got
college.
out like at 11 a.m. on Friday out of class, and we were like free. We're
And
like,
then
hey, what should we do? That's
you look
when
at
Yeah,
I
Vic,
think
hey
Nat
bro, what,
texted you or something.
you look at Vic, hey bro, what you want to do? He goes, bro, let's go to a LA Sparks game.
Bro, but that's how life was, dude. We were in college,
Yes.
like, hey, what do you want to do, bro? Like,
bro, you didn't have nothing to do. You
bro,
didn't have
that's
to go
how
to
it was.
work.
Like,
Bro,
hey,
what the fuck?
yeah,
And that was
we knew
the time.
usually Fridays were the days to like do something
Those
Bro,
were
like,
the
that was it.
days. Those were the
yeah.
early days before Caitlin Clark and all this. You guys were watching
Oh,
WNBA.
this was like
Oh,
pre
dude, this
everything,
was,
bro.
Oh my
oh
And
god,
then
man, that
after
bro.
that,
was
we went on a hike
on a
after
hike,
drinking for like
just
2 hours
crazy, bro.
straight.
How old were
Just
you? You guys
dumb, bro.
were early twenties,
Early
right? Early
20s,
twenties.
bro. Early
24
20s.
maybe.
I
Nah, not even
remember.
24, dude.
No,
Nah, I'd already
22 maybe,
graduated by then.
23.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
20,
22
20,
then. We're like
21,
22,
22, bro.
something
21,
like that.
22
Yeah.
for sure.
I remember
21,
around
20.
those years is when Rich, you were introduced. I mean, you were the best friend, and I was like
Yeah.
low key jealous. I was like, oh, who's
Butter,
this
dude.
guy? Who's this guy,
Oh, man.
Vic? I mean, I thought we go back all the way to high school, bro, and you're bringing in some new people. No, it was, but that's how it was. It was perfectly.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, you guys were super close, and you guys still are, man.
Yeah,
That's those
We
are.
did a lot
yeah,
I don't
together,
even
dude.
know. I don't even know half the stories. That's one of the stories I didn't even know about that one.
yeah.
We have a lot
I
more,
feel like
dude. We
we
have
haven't
so
talked
many
You gotta
about
tell
more.
me more in the future. Tell me more, and
yeah, in the
and
future.
No,
But
we
yeah,
yeah,
make me
man,
feel
that's
like I
just
was part of it.
so
that's
just
just
in
how life was, dude.
that backpacking trip, like honestly, to this day, like so I remember. So Rich and I used to work at the university library.
Yeah.
Also, we used to work there together.
Shout out to Cal State LA,
I
baby.
can think of so many
Eagles.
good stories as you guys doing that, man. I mean,
I
fuck,
do, yeah, a
dude.
lot, yeah, a lot actually. Now that I
Yeah,
think about it.
good
So
times.
anyway, so we were I was working like the afternoon shift or whatever, and I remember him. He was coming. We were looking up, and he's like, "Hey, I heard about this place in the Grand Canyon. It's like an Indian reservation." He goes,
What?
but it's
Yeah.
like you got to get a permit and all this, whatever. I'm like, all right, let me look it up. So I looked it up, whatever, and I was like, dude, this place looks amazing, dude. It's called
Yeah.
Havasupai.
Have
I
a
don't know if you ever
supai,
heard of
dude.
it.
Have a
It's
soup
called
pike. Have a soup pike.
Have a
Havasupai.
supai with a P.
Pie.
P A
Have a
P A
supai.
I is
It's
the
Oh, back
indigenous. I
then, I
think it's
mean, yeah.
it's an
Navajo
Indian
or I don't know.
reservation in like is it
Native American.
south end of the Grand
The
Canyon?
South
I
Rim.
think
Yeah, I think.
south
Vic
end.
I don't
Vic
know if
Yeah.
was
it's
like
north or south.
Vic was like, you said pie? You said pie? Oh, say less. Let's go. Let's do it.
Supai. Oh
You
man,
already
nah,
know.
dude.
You already
And
know.
dude,
That was
and I
an
remember
awesome
him
hike.
saying he's like, "Hey, bro, hey," he goes, "Dude, let's go this summer, dude." And we're like, "All right, I'm down."
Hmm.
So I had already met Nat, and Nat hadn't done anything like that ever.
Never
She had never gone
camped, never
camping, dude,
backpacked.
nothing.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, who went to
Um,
that one? Who went to that one? 'Cause I feel like
it was
at
our
least I
friend
went to
Dora
one of
So it
them.
was
I
Lisa.
went to
our
one
friend
of
Nora,
them.
Lisa, Rich, me, and Nat. There was four of
And
us.
I know at
oh,
least one time I went with you guys.
you went to the waterfall where your car almost got
Yeah.
towed, dude. In
Oh
Malibu.
shit.
Oh, that
That's
Yeah.
was
Escondido Falls.
Escondido,
Escondido
Escondido, yeah,
Falls,
Escondido.
which is super
Yeah.
overrated now, dude.
Oh,
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
Yeah,
big time, bro.
but
At the
it's a
time, it
good
was cool,
hike.
dude. It was
That's
cool at the time.
yeah,
Yeah, it was cool at the
We
time.
yeah.
gotta
Before
plan some
Instagram,
more. Can we do some
we
hikes? I'm
should.
down to do some hikes,
We
man.
gotta do a light one so we could take the family too, dude. We could do
Dude,
Eden Canyon.
there's
Eden
this
Canyon is
nice
like too long.
there's this nice hike in Chino Hills that I've been wanting to do for a long time.
Oh, Chino Hills,
Let's
huh?
do it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
All
which
I'm
is
right,
down.
near
let's do it.
Frankie's place.
Maybe we could do a podcast in person and then a hike after,
Oh
dude.
man,
Right
I'm down.
around October will be a good time,
yeah, that
or
would be a
late
good time.
October because the weather will be better.
Let's
Uh,
do it, man. Or
yeah,
even
man.
have you ever hiked, Rich? I know you're big on hiking, but you know out here they have that. What is it? The I think it's called like the Bald Eagle Mountain, or what is it called? It's the
Mount Baldy?
Mount
Mount
Baldy.
Baldy.
Have you, dude?
Mount
People are like
Yeah,
that's
I've
like a
Baldy.
hiked it.
dangerous one.
I I've hiked it before,
That's a
and I
dangerous one,
snowboarded it
isn't it?
before too,
Isn't it
Yeah,
both.
the
dangerous?
summit. It's like 8,000 feet,
Just a
right?
switch.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's just a switchbacks. A little bit of the switchbacks is a little intense, but I mean it's doable, dude. I
There's
mean
been
if
people
you're
that
not
have been
hiking every
stranded there
day,
before.
oh,
Haven't there people have been
I'm
stranded
sure.
there
I'm
before,
sure.
dude?
Oh, I'm
Even
sure.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
some
I
they've
don't
been
doubt
girl,
it.
stranded. People have
people have
died.
died,
Yeah, yeah.
dude.
Yeah, no,
Well,
no, no. It's
dude,
a
that's
dangerous
like the
hike. It's not.
isn't that the number one
Yeah,
thing though, Rich? Is that you should never go on a hike like that by yourself because I think there was a young lady who did
Yes,
it by
yeah.
herself
yeah.
and tragically
You shouldn't.
she that's
With
dude.
those
Wow.
kind of hikes, I don't recommend it. If it's a long hike like that, yeah. I had a
Hmm.
friend that did. They had snowshoes. They had the sticks, the hiking sticks, and everything. And they fell off the mountain, dude, because they had like a mini avalanche, dude. It was a small little avalanche, and he got like fractured ribs, and it was Mount Baldy, dude. It's yeah, no, it could be it could be dangerous for sure if you don't, especially if you don't know what you're doing or if you're not trained for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I wouldn't recommend it if you haven't hiked if you haven't hiked for a long time. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude. Wow.
yeah, man, those. No, I
We'll
love
add it to the
hiking, man.
list though. We'll add hiking, family
Yeah,
hike.
I'll do
Yeah.
that.
I know we're running out of time. Let's get to our
Oh
last
yeah, yeah.
topic. What do you guys
All
want?
right,
What do you
so
guys think?
talking to. All
What
right,
do we
should
got?
we do love languages in
Yeah. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
All
Let's do
yeah?
it.
right.
Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. That since we were talking about that last week, right? Love languages a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned it, but we didn't
Mm-hmm.
talk about it, and we were like, oh, maybe we should mention it in the next episode.
I'll just okay.
Um,
I don't want
yeah,
to start off as like a devil's advocate or as a critic to this, but like it's something that Tanya, my wife, and I have talked about a lot is respecting each other's love language.
yeah,
And her and hers is words of affirmation, right? So I'm supposed to encourage, affirm,
yeah,
appreciate, and listen actively. And I feel like, yeah, I mean, and we're looking at this chart here that has four categories. You're either or five categories.
five,
You're
yeah.
either you're either a words
Words
of
of affirmation.
affirmation person. You're a physical touch. You like to either receive gifts. You value quality time or acts of service.
Could you
So
have
Service.
those
more
are the
than
five.
one love language?
You could
I think
have
so,
more
There you
than
right?
one.
go. Can
I
you have
have
more than one?
two. I think I might
But
have
this is,
three now, dude.
dude, there you go. You
Who
see where
knows?
it
You're
becomes
like,
less
Yeah,
you're like,
scientific when it's
I
like,
have
yeah.
all five.
oh, I'm
I
all
have all
five.
five.
I'm all five.
I
It's like,
feel
yeah,
like
no shit,
receiving
you're all
gifts is
five,
not
bro.
like
Like, what the fuck,
receiving gifts is not like crazy for me, but I feel obviously, the more
dude?
meaningful gifts, those are nice
So
too, but
there, I think we can definitely look at that chart and be like, you know what? We have a little bit of all five,
it's like the
but
horoscopes,
but
bro.
So
but
out of
then,
the five, okay, so let's break it down this way. Out of the
all
five
right, all right.
though,
Yeah, yeah.
what's
Which
the
one are you?
one that you feel more connected to out of the five?
At least now, because it could be
Damn, you know what?
different
And it
each one.
changes. Yeah, it changes
That's
over
what I'm
time.
saying.
Maybe
It could have
when
changed for me too. I haven't
when we
taken the
were
Right.
test for a
when we
while.
were when we were in our young 20s, young guns, physical touch all day, right? We're like
Physical touch all
we were
day.
we were
Damn.
squirrels looking for our next nut, right? Now.
Oh, damn. Not the rabbit house scrolling the next
Damn,
one.
my boy's still looking though. That's the thing.
Oh, man.
And we're still looking for our nut, but
Oh,
not as much as our 20s, right? Like, damn.
oh, man. You got to put that as
Oh
a short
man.
clip, dude.
Oh, that's
That's a
hilarious.
good one right there, right? That's a good one.
Oh, man.
Who won? Who wants to go first? No, Vic.
All right, dude. You
Supposedly,
got to
Yeah.
go
no,
first,
Yeah.
dude. You already
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that.
well,
So
no,
take
no,
it
no,
out.
no, no. That
All
was
right.
in the early 20s because Vic,
All right.
you said you already know which one is your
Oh yeah,
predominant.
yeah.
So tell us
My
Even,
love
which one is
language
it?
has
even in
always
your 20s, even when you
yes.
were like just dating, it's still the
Yeah,
same one.
so
It hasn't
I've
changed.
added one, I've added another one as I got older, but my
Yeah,
number
that's what I'm
one
saying. Yeah.
for sure has always been physical touch, 100%.
So
And
it
my
says right
wife
here there's
can
different.
agree with me on that one.
So there's different
Yeah.
subcategories to that main category. So how to communicate that physical touch. So it's nonverbal use of body language and touch to show love. So that could be
Right.
hugs, kisses, cuddling, and then
Yeah.
things to
And then
avoid
we're
is
seeing.
physical neglect or obviously abuse. I mean, it's what it's saying here.
Yeah,
Right.
Uh,
I don't
so
know who
you're
did that
saying for
chart.
100.
Yeah.
Well, I know no shit, right? Like things to avoid.
Like,
Uh, but you're
that was
saying,
not the chart. I think because it's there's a book called Love Languages by
Yeah.
this guy
uh-huh.
named Chapman. Here, let me
Mm-hmm.
look. Gary Chapman, The Five Love Languages, The
Okay.
Secret to Love That Lasts. I don't know. I personally read that book and that's how I found out about it. It's a great book, by the way. But that's that.
But
I don't know if that's the
Okay.
original chart,
But
but
Vic, give us. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So
Yeah,
Vic,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
my
saying
bad.
yours is physical touch, so you know that 100%, and you would. I mean, you're saying that one is by far your
By
biggest,
far,
most predominant.
out of
Yeah.
all the
And
five categories, that's the one that fulfills me the most, 100%.
which one have you added now? Which one have you added as you got older or
Yeah.
as you got married
Words
with
of
More.
kids?
affirmation. I would say words of
What's
affirmation for sure.
yeah, that's
Words
mine.
of affirmation. And I say that only because obviously we've been living together obviously for what,
Yeah.
6 years,
Really
7 years
focused
now.
conversation. You know what?
Um, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
that's
say
You
my
know what
number one.
though?
since we've been
Most
together,
men, I would guess that most men that would be their predominant. Yeah, I'm just taking
words
a
of
wild guess
affirmation.
there.
Physical touch or words of
Is
affirmation?
physical. No, physical touch is
Yeah,
physical
Really?
yeah.
touch. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
What about you,
I
Rich? Which one's your predominant?
my till this I mean, I don't know, it could be changing, but to this
Mm-hmm.
day, I think still it's words of affirmation. That's my number one, and then
Mm-hmm.
physical touch was number two. But I haven't taken the test
Oh, you're saying your
originally.
predominant is words of
But
affirmation.
what? Yeah, dude, and then physical touch.
Mm.
I feel like quality time would be up there now. I mean, maybe because I don't really spend time with my family like I like we
I
were,
would
because I'm
agree. I
always
mean,
busy.
I think for me, my predominant is physical touch, but then I'm noticing now more than ever that the quality time one, and
Yeah, I feel like
I
quality
like
time would
how
be
they
up there.
describe it here is uninterrupted and focused
Yeah,
conversations,
Mm.
one-on-one
exactly.
time,
Which
Because
because
is
you have
obviously
kids,
hard to come
right?
especially
by nowadays, right? Yeah,
Kids.
it's
when
harder to
you
come
have
by
little
nowadays.
kids, it's
Yeah,
like you're
yeah,
maybe you're at home, you're in a deep conversation with your wife, and then
yeah,
here comes your baby's like mom, mom,
yeah.
mom, mom, and
That's
you're
what I'm
like,
Yeah,
oh
saying. I
yeah.
feel
fuck,
like
like all
quality time
right,
will
like
be up there for me, dude. Now.
quality
I
time,
know
dude,
for
is my
sure.
yeah,
My wife, that was like her number one, like
it's quality time.
quality time. That was like her number one all the time, and it still is. But I feel like physical touch has become up there for at least my wife. But I don't know. It could change.
Yeah.
So
No, I
yeah,
mean, yeah, physical touch I think is the number one for a lot of us. I mean, let's be honest, but then
yeah,
slowly we're realizing that it can't just be 100% physical touch. Like
yeah.
it can't just
No,
be
it's
like,
gotta be
all
a
right, boom, like game time, let's touch each other, right? Like there's got
yeah,
to be some
yeah.
like warming up, if you get what I'm saying. It is what it is.
Oh
It's
man,
you know
yeah.
what
Some
I'm
warm.
talking
You
about,
want to?
right?
Yeah.
So
I know what
you got to
warming
warm.
up means.
Intimacy, into
I mean, it's foreplay.
affection.
It's foreplay. There's got to be a
I mean,
mental
yeah.
aspect that
But see,
there's
the
got to
thing
be
is,
the mental.
there's different variations of that. So
Yeah,
Here you
I
go.
guess when it
Yeah.
comes to that specific topic, I feel like this is when each of us has to kind of get to know our wives and our significant
yeah.
others, right? And
You gotta
find
know
out
what they
what those
like.
things are, right? Because
Yeah.
if it's not their natural love language, you got to dig, you got to do your research, you got
Oh
to
yeah.
understand, right?
But
Yeah.
So
it also becomes like to that point, it becomes input, output to where, and it's a wheel, a functioning wheel to
Yeah.
where it's like, it's almost like
yeah, I guess if you want to look at it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
if you're not feeding her love language, she's not feeding your love language.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't
Yeah.
just be, it shouldn't always be in that circular motion. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
counterclockwise. If your love language isn't being fed, hers isn't going to be fed. That's the
Yeah.
reality.
No,
And
Yeah, I know, but
sometimes it's
it's
one sided. Sometimes it's
that's
one
where the
sided. It drives me nuts.
no, I know, but
yeah,
that's where the communication between you guys
both of you
comes
guys.
into, into
And you
effect.
forget sometimes. You forget what they're like. I feel, at least personally, I'm like, damn, I do have to get more, like quality time or, uh, like, like for example, today, right now, it could be quality time, right? And so, I feel like sometimes I forget. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot her love language is the
Rich,
main one is quality.
Vic is gonna give you shit right now. He's gonna say, "Well, why'd you go on that run in the morning? You said 10
I
a.m. when
know,
we
I
were gonna
did it.
start."
Hey, I'm not saying nothing.
Hey,
I'm just
that's
No,
talking
yes,
about
you were.
self-care,
You were gonna
guys.
say it,
That
Vic. Say it
that's
again.
self-care.
no, but
Self-care.
see, look, I know I was giving Rich a hard time earlier because he was running
Yeah.
I
late,
wake
but
up
I'm just
early, by
messing
the
with him,
way,
dude. I'm just
to do
messing with
that.
him, dude. But see, the thing is, so
Um,
the reason why I guess I think I know Rich enough where I could speak for him on this one. The reason why he gets up early is so
Yeah.
he can go do those runs because
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
that his family doesn't wake up till much later, so he takes advantage
yeah,
of that.
Mm,
Which kudos
mm,
to
yeah,
him because most of us would be like, I'm gonna sleep in too, right?
yeah.
mm.
Like you never hear me and Frank saying we got up at 6 in the morning to go work out, right?
No,
On
you
Sunday.
said last week.
Yeah.
Last week you said you were up since 6 in the morning. You said last week,
I
remember?
did,
He
But
but
got
I
up
had
for
to
I
get
don't know
up
what
something
for a
you were
reason.
else.
doing.
It was
I
I
for
don't
was
know what
I
you
something
were
was
else.
doing.
already I was already at Whole Foods at 7 in the morning
What the fuck?
doing
Yeah.
Were
grocery
you?
shopping. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's because the way I had planned my Sunday, I needed to get up early in order for me to accomplish
Yeah.
all I needed to accomplish. So
Yeah.
anyway, so what I mean by that, it's like, he's taking care of himself so he could
But I
figure,
spend
take care
quality
of
time with
his
my
family
wife.
later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So that's that
Yeah.
And
balance,
that's
right?
yeah.
But see, this
I
is the thing though.
appreciate that.
Both parties may not do that or have that mentality, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it goes
There you
both
go.
ways.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that input and the output thing that you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So he's
Well,
taking
but
care of his shit.
wait. Don't just gloss over that. Is who's doing the input initially?
No, but see, this is the
Who's
thing.
doing
So
the
look,
input?
that's
I
that's
No, that's
individually based.
important. That's fucking
That's individually
important, dude.
based. I'm not trying to point fingers at nobody, but I'll tell you one thing.
Well, it's
The one thing that I always say, okay,
yeah,
is
yeah.
a lot of the issues that I feel happen in a relationship is always effort based. Always.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like instead of pointing the finger like, oh, well, you didn't do this time, or well, last time I did this, or whatever, whatever the case may be.
And that's when the
I
Yeah.
feel
arguments
like
start,
at the
pointing
end
the
of the day,
finger.
it's like, look, but did you make an effort doing this? And most of the time they're gonna be like, well, no, I didn't.
Excuse,
Bless you, bless you.
excuse me.
Bless you. Bless you.
So,
Thank you.
and that's the whole going back to communication, and communication is
Yeah.
key, bro. It's like, it's
Yeah.
like key. It's so key.
100%. 100%.
Communication for sure. And
Communication.
But just stop,
communication and
stop pointing the finger, man. Stop pointing the finger. It's not worth
No,
it.
I don't want. I don't
It's not
want to
that's
gonna
point.
solve
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
it's
It's
not
not
going
gonna
to solve
solve anything.
anything. But like,
Yeah.
look, what you just said though. What you just said is a sound bite. It's a sound bite. It's like it sounds great. It's like we need to work on communication. No shit. No, no, no. And I'm not. And I'm
But
not
he
like.
does.
But it's
I'm
that
Him
not.
and it,
simple. It's
they
that
do.
simple.
Yeah. No, 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 no,
How
no. It's
about how
almost
about you
like
give
yeah.
it a
No, it
try? How about
is.
you
No
give it a
way.
try and let me
I
know how it looks?
have. You swear like I haven't been married for 10 years, 12 years. Like now I'm saying is yes, I agree with you. But I'm saying the execution of that is where it's difficult. Right? Like Mike Tyson says, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. The
Yeah.
execution is where it's difficult, and where we gloss over it, where we're like, just follow these 5 steps and you'll be golden. Yes, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like the little
But
things, the little details that matter to where you have to like be in the weeds, so to speak, with your partner, and you stop and you say, look, this little piece right here is so important, and we really need to focus on this
we
little
work on
piece
that.
before we go on everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, that's what
Yeah.
I'm just
I
trying. I
agree.
want to slow it down a little bit, and have those meaningful conversations because it's hard to do, especially when you have
Yeah.
kids, to have it.
No,
But
you
Yeah.
it's
gotta have those
important.
hard
It's
talks,
important.
man.
It's
Yeah.
important.
Communication and
And
having those, sitting down and
and
having
if
those talks
you're,
are
I mean,
definitely.
and look, everything that we're saying is all
Good. It's
based
good.
on experience,
It's,
and it's
And
not.
based on
yeah.
experience.
We're
It's
not trying to
easier said than
say.
done.
Yeah, we're not here trying to say our way is the right way or
We're
whatever. No,
perfect.
not at
Yeah.
all. Not at
Yeah.
all.
No,
We're
no, no,
not.
no.
Yeah.
Look, there is no such thing
And
as a perfect relationship.
Yeah.
It does not exist because
Nope.
we're
we have
not
two
trying
different
to
We're
self
humans,
personalities.
dude.
Yeah,
we're not
we're
trying
just
to
speaking
self
from
sabotage,
experience.
right?
We're
Yeah.
just
We're not
maybe
trying to self
trying
sabotage.
to maybe influence others to take a different approach and say whatever your approach
Yeah.
you're taking is not working, whatever it may be.
I
Communication or
think
five love language. Read the book, baby.
we're sharing our story. We want to be relatable,
From
right?
experience.
And from experience for millennials in our age group. I
Yeah.
mean, how
And
often
what other people go through.
do you find content online with 3 millennial dudes talking about this kind of stuff? You never come across
Not too
everything
Not
on
often,
the
too
no.
internet
often.
right
Yeah.
now is. I mean, not everything, but there's a lot of stuff out there that is kind of
Nonsense.
nonsense. Like it's either a
Yeah.
joke or a
It's
meme.
it's not authentic, and
It's
it's
not
sometimes it's
all.
not
Yeah,
like reality.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
not reality,
no.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
A
that's where we
quick
need to
little
be. Yeah. What's up?
quick little story though. I did, and Vic remembers this because he told me this. I did make my wife, when we first started dating, dude, I
Mm-hmm.
made my
Mm-hmm.
wife read this book, The Five Love Languages. I wanted to see because I really wanted to make
Mm-hmm.
sure this relationship was going to go well. I was like, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
want to see what her love language is, and I want to make sure I
Mm-hmm.
don't screw it up, right? So that was the big thing for me. And she's not a big reader, dude. And for some reason, from what I heard, that
Mm-hmm.
Vic told me that Nat told him that he was
Mm-hmm.
reading the book, dude. Like, right, Vic? Is that what you
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
told me?
yeah, yeah.
That she would be in her
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
car reading a book? And
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man, I
That
thought
is
that was pretty
true.
cool,
True
dude. And
story.
I think personally that helped us out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Yeah.
just my personal opinion.
Yeah,
So
but
we should all read we should all
that's a
read the book.
perfect example. But that's a perfect example. Is Mariela went out of her comfort zone. Maybe
Yeah,
she
to
probably
read, and
Vic
she's not a
probably
big
gave her this
reader.
book, and she's like, "The fuck is this? I don't want to read this."
What the fuck? I
Get
just
that shit
started
out of
dating
here.
too, dude.
She's like, get
And
that shit out of here,
I
but
was
bro.
like, dude, you
but
gotta read this
obviously,
book if you want to be with me.
Good
but I
book,
mean,
man.
Okay,
I think that
that's a
maybe
good
showed
book.
Rich like, hey, she's willing to make that effort, even though maybe it's
Yeah,
not something she's
no, that showed a
interested
lot.
in. So that already like it's a plus,
Yeah,
right?
I was
In
like, all
any
right, she's a
new fresh
keeper. She's a
relationship,
keeper.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
yeah, man. So
Wow.
for all you
That's some
dudes
good
that
stuff,
are
man.
starting to date or wanna, on your next relationship, recommend you guys both reading that book, man.
Let me
It's
let me let
They
me
might.
let me
And
let
wait,
me
no,
let me ask you guys a question. Hold on, hold on. Let me ask you guys a question.
what?
I just randomly
What?
thought of this.
All
I
right,
just
go ahead.
randomly
yeah,
thought of this.
What
So
is it? What?
we've all been in I would say long-term relationships, right? Rich, out of
Yep.
the
yeah,
three of us, Rich is probably has the shorter relationship, right?
Yeah, that's
But
yeah.
fucked
let
up.
me
Why would
ask
you
you,
say that?
let
But
me
keep going. Just go.
no,
I've
I'm
been in
saying
other
like as far
relationships.
as
That's why.
I'm saying that in the time that in the relationship he's in now, like me and you have been with our significant others the longest, right? I'm just throwing
Yeah,
it out there. I'm not
That's
trying to
fine.
make a
Just
point
go.
or
All right.
anything.
Wait.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm
Tell us.
saying if say shit hits the fan, whatever, and you guys we all had to start a date again.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh
That's
man,
juicy.
How
That's juicy. That's so
how
juicy. Keep going. Go, go, go.
how would you guys approach the dating life in this day and age now?
if I
And
had to
that,
start dating again,
we're going to leave it at that
I feel
cliffhanger.
like
And
I'd be way too.
that's for the
I'll
next
be way
episode of
too picky,
Compadres
dude.
Talk.
I know, all right?
Stay
I'll be
tuned.
way too
Stay
picky, dude.
tuned. We're going to think about
I,
that one.
yeah,
But
I can say
Rich
this
wants
from
to answer it.
experience,
All
dude.
right. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I can say this from experience. All right. I think since I met Frank, I've been through two serious relationships and Vic too, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, and I felt like the more like the next relationship I would get to, I would become more picky. I feel like with my wife, I was like prior to her, I was just way too picky, dude, and I feel like that's how it would be. But obviously, you can't. No girl's perfect, right?
You know what
So
though,
I don't know, man.
dude?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just be
That
single
wait,
forever, dude. Who knows?
let, let me say, oh shit. Let me say that reminds me of there was a movie, a comedy movie, back then when I was dating, early in my dating life, like early 20s, and there was a scene. It was a funny movie with like I forget who it was, but it was a funny ass movie, and there was a scene where the chick says, "You know what? When it comes to finding your partner, sometimes you just gotta find that cookie and bite into it. Like you just gotta bite into that cookie. Like
Yeah,
don't worry about." Oh, she doesn't have this and she's not obviously, like you said, they're never going to
they're
be
not gonna have
perfect.
all of
And
the traits.
if you're too picky, you're going to be single for the rest of your life,
Yeah,
essentially. So
yeah,
like, just bite into that cookie and just don't
yeah.
worry about it.
To put
So
You
it
might
not
bite
have
bluntly,
high
into
like
it.
yeah,
You
expectations. Is
might
that what you're
bite
like
saying?
into it and be like, man, I wanted the chewy one. This one's a little too rough. Or I wanted the chocolate chip and this one's an oatmeal. It's like, just fucking bite
it's
into
not
that
organic.
cookie and shut the
That's
fuck
not
up.
organic.
Like just go live your life. I mean, it's
Oh
never gonna be
man,
perfect,
That's
but
hilarious.
yeah.
I
But
don't know.
that's a
I
good
feel
one.
like it would
I
be
know
too picky.
we're out of time,
Yeah.
but let's use like we did last week with talking about
On
love
the next
language,
one,
and we're like,
Yeah,
on
uh,
the next
it's
one, let's
we could
dive
use
into
that on the
that
it's
one.
next
very
topic.
it's very
On the next one.
interesting because obviously we've been with the same person for a while now. So not that any of us are in any trouble in our marriages. It's not that. It's just an interesting topic, I think, because
Yeah.
I've asked Nat this question and she's like, no, if it doesn't work out with you, I'm be
She was
single for
like,
the
"I'll
rest of
be
my life.
single." That's the
Wait,
way
what
I
she
was
say?
And
Wait,
thinking,
wait,
dude.
wait,
I'm
wait,
like,
wait. Say that
I'll
again.
be
man,
Say that
single for
again.
the
there's
rest
Say
of
that
my
no
again.
life.
way.
You said if it doesn't work out with you, what?
No,
Say that
Nat
again.
has
You'd
told
be
me
single.
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
up, and she
yeah, yeah.
said, if it doesn't work out between us, I'm done with men. I don't want to be in another relationship.
Well,
Yeah.
And
no,
I'm like,
no, no.
okay.
Well, you see, that's where it gets into, dude. That's a lot to
All
pull
right,
right there.
we'll
Like,
save it for the
So,
next one.
so
Next
it's
top,
interesting
next
though
next
because I'm
time.
episode.
thinking, shit, like I'm almost like on the same boat, like in the same sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
I'm
I
just
would be
like,
probably
fuck,
single
like
It
for.
start it starts it
you
starts
put in all this
pulling on
effort.
the it starts pulling at the strings of the concept of marriage. It starts pulling
Yeah,
at those
Yeah.
strings, like the structure of it, the longevity of it, the reality of it.
yeah,
That's some heavy shit, man. But we'll save it for
yeah,
next
man.
next week.
We'll save it for the
Effort
next
and
one. To
community,
be
guys.
continued.
Effort,
To be
effort
continued.
and communication is all you need to have a
Yeah,
successful
that's key,
relationship.
man.
That's it.
And
All right, so
trust,
we're gonna.
trust.
You want to close this out,
All right,
Vic? Close
let's
this out,
close it
Yeah,
Vic.
out.
so this has been an
Wrap it.
in-depth episode of Compadres Talk. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. Compadres out.
Peace.
Peace,
Let's
peace.
go,
Before wait,
Dodgers, Lakers.
let's go. Let's
Dodgers!
go.